Good afternoon, boys and girls. Hope y'all are having a great day. I'm trying to beat the rainstorm, get down to the Galleria Apple store. We're operating on FSD version 13.2.8. I've been having some issues with the, make sure I don't get in the way of the traffic here. Having issues with the GPS and the FSD not being coordinated or being just completely out of touch with one another. GPS will tell me to turn left in a quarter mile or 500 feet, and then FSD will go the opposite direction. That is usually going into or coming out of a parking lot. I've got another video that shows that in person. But coming out of a parking lot and trying to turn left, the only direction you can go is to the right because it's one-way traffic, is a problem. That hasn't happened before. Also been having trouble with lane centering. It's always hugged to the left. Lane centering right now is fine, but especially if there's maybe it's just on the highways. Let's see, we're going to be on the highway here in just a minute. It really rides that left inside lane. That's, I don't know if that's tied to or in addition to another issue. That's making left-hand turns. In my neighborhood, it'll make a left-hand turn so sharp it stays on the wrong side of the street. Got to disengage and get back over the right side. We are in America, not the UK. And then sometimes making a left turn across a median, as our good buddy Chuck Cook would say, unprotected left turn, and my truck will roll over the median about half the time. And the other half is just so close it's scaring the rubber off the tires. And on roundabouts, usually the left rear wheel will go up onto the roundabout. Fortunately, in my neighborhood, they're sloped. They're not just a hard curb. So, I'm still absolutely in love with this truck and FSD. I've had the truck now, I guess, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Got it a few days before Christmas. And despite those issues I just mentioned, it does drive safer than I do. Granted, I don't find myself on the wrong side of the road with oncoming traffic. I tell you, I find myself more amazed every day with the technology in this truck. The automation of everything from the turn signals to routing, let me know when and where the next charger is I need to go to if I'm on a trip. None of that requires any really smart pieces of equipment. But the way Tesla has integrated all the various things, including tire pressure and... Oh, that was nice. Just dodged a broom in the street. Hope the camera got that. Stuff like that's what I mean. I mean, noticing something in the road, the cameras on here see that kind of thing, and knowing to go around it. It's just pretty cool. I think we're going to drop down to standard profile. People behind me going a lot faster than I am. It says I'm going 73 in a 45. That's obviously not correct. Looks like it's 60 mile per hour speed limit right here. This Porsche wants to go around. Maybe he doesn't. I see the rain falling from here. It's 75 degrees outside right now. It'll probably be cooler when we get into it. So we got about 19 more miles traveling the Dallas North Tollway, the whole way down to the Galleria Mall. That's the closest Apple store. Yeah, the lane center here, it's holding to the left just a little bit. I keep telling myself when it goes over, I'm going to disengage and send the Tesla folks a note. So keep me honest. It's just so close to the left. You know, the right turns are almost too tight also. When we leave a stop sign on the right turn, like in the neighborhood or in the city, from a stop to the right, it turns so damn sharp and so fast, it really pulls you over to get into that first lane. I know that's technically the right thing to do, but when no traffic is coming, I don't do that. I usually go into the second lane. Obviously, the Tesla engineers are so concerned with the size of this truck, trying to keep it in its boundaries. Makes sense. I'm glad they do. But I think the four-wheel steering, they're either over-engineering it or they haven't completely solved the equation just yet. I know the truck's only been out for a little over a year, and the cars, they've got millions of miles of data on those, so I'm patient. But again, there is nothing more fun than letting this car take me where I want to go. The driver awareness nagger sometimes nags me way too much. By the third day, after my third full day of having the truck, I was in a week FSD jail. I had to wait 1 week before I could get it back. Again, I'd only had it 3 days, so the first day, the first 2 or 3 hours that I had the truck, I had 3 strikes. Next day, another strike. Next day, another strike. Day 3, I was struck out. Well, it was after 3 of those strikes I realized what the flashing blue light was on the screen. Nothing audible before that. When the audible thing comes up and the 2 hands on the red on the wheel, it's too late. any of you out there that are new to Tesla, new to full self-driving or FSD, welcome to the party. I am too. This is my first electric vehicle. I've been a fan of Tesla for a long time. Been a stockholder for a long time. Let's see how we do on this left-hand side. Okay, we're almost in the middle. That's close over there. Jeez, that's close. It's indicating I'm in the center, but I'm just not. I am now. Something may not be calibrated right on my truck. I've got a service appointment coming up in about 3 weeks. Primarily for some rattles. The cowling around my steering column on certain roads at certain speeds, the vibration gets to where it just makes a vibration sound, almost like a humming sound. Put my hand on it, stops instantly. Try putting some very thin felt stickers in there to help it, and it did help some. Something's either not tightened right, or I'm not sure, but we'll get to the bottom of it. If you're new to the channel, my name's Rick. Born and raised in Dallas. Engineer by education. And also kind of the way my brain works. Another reason why I've been fascinated with Tesla and the cars and the automation. I'm driving over 70 miles an hour, and this car is taking me. It's watching the other cars. It's got 8 cameras looking in every direction at the same time. My 2 eyes, even with glasses, I can only see one direction at a time. And then I've got a little bit of reaction time I need before my eyes see something that my brain understands, and my brain tells my muscles to grab that wheel and turn. Sometimes by the time that happens, it's too late. And I don't just mean for an old man. I mean a person with quick reflexes. I was on the freeway the other day, and a car cut right in front of me. And before I knew what was happening, Lucille, that's the name of my truck, named after my grandmother, Lucille had jerked into the other lane and kept us from having a collision. I could not have reacted faster. I couldn't have reacted as fast. Now, don't be fooled. You cannot sit here and read a book and go to sleep, because this is supervised FSD, which means you've got to stay alert, and it's got a camera right there. She knows I'm looking. It watches my eyes, whether I'm in my glasses or sunglasses, with or without a ball cap. And if I take more than about a 5 or 6 second look away, if I'm looking at the screen, and heaven forbid, look at my phone, well, I'll just show you. This is educational video. Put my phone up here, and just any second we're going to get a notification. Yeah, the reason it didn't, because my eyes weren't looking at my phone. Let's try that experiment again. I'm not going to get Even for the sake of education, I'm not going to get a strike. Let's try this again. Just that quick. So you get the point. You got to pay attention. Because this is supervised. You are the supervisor. I am the supervisor of my FSD. When the truck sees that it's closing in on a car faster than it should be, it hits the brakes. .70-mile-an-hour speed limit here, but all 4 lanes are going just under that. Did you hear that little bit of vibration? I heard it. If any of you other Cybertruck drivers have issues with your truck holding to the left, drop me a comment, would you? See if it's just me or if it's a fleet-wide issue. It's the kind of information we need to get to Tesla. And no, I don't mind being a guinea pig. All you Tesla and Elon haters out there, just going about your business. I cannot believe the Elon haters, him going to Washington and finding all of this fraud, even if it's not fraud, if it's just errors. And I don't care what party, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, Independent, fraud is fraud is fraud. Waste is waste. Elon's got more money than God. I'm not worried about him having my social security number. People that say something like that is just crazy. They give their social security number to the DMV, voter registration, although nobody uses it. They give their social security to their credit cards, to their banks, to everybody. I certainly don't care that Elon and his folks have it. Everything they do is on Doge.com. It's completely transparent. The political nonsense that people are just looking for something to cry about. My response is wake up and grow up. And I don't mean woke either. Yeah, Lucille's named after my Mama Lou. Just angelic woman. Let's see, she's been gone for 36 years. Grandfather Poo Poo, just about 4 months after that. Broken heart. Well, they were both in a nursing home, but anyway, yes, they were called Mama Lou and Poo Poo. And man, he was something else. He would tease and tease and tease. been going south about 20-25 minutes, and we're still in far, far north Dallas. But only about 2 minutes from our exit. Lane centering's doing great right here. It's like it has a mind of its own. Maybe it does. By the way, you other content creators out there, I watch your videos all day. It's like a Disney ride. Just watching where people are going, what they're doing. You guys are a lot better at the commentary than I am. Getting close to the left over there again. But the way the car watches people merging in, just like right there, just does such a fantastic job. Yeah, parking lots have been an issue for this version. If I turn on FSD in a parking lot, and I'm already headed to the main street that I want to get out of, as soon as I hit that button, she'll turn right and go in a different direction. Make several turns going in the wrong direction before I've got to take over and just get us out of the parking lot. And then a serious stop there. I did not have to do that with 2.7 or 2.6. I'm not sure I had 5, but I don't think it was doing that in 2.4 either. Now I put Apple Store in the navigation. I usually go to the Westin Hotel entrance and tip those boys. Speaking of tip, I don't know if I got any small change. I don't. But they will. Park in the valet, run in and run back out. Weird intersection right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too many lanes for a roundabout. Unless it was a 2-lane roundabout. I've seen a few of those. And when I'm not on FSD, sitting at a red light, when it turns green, there's a little ding. So how many of you have been looking at your phone or something else, and the light turns green and you don't see it until, you don't know it until someone behind you honks? Well, in here I get a little ding. Lets me know it's time to go. Why not? Camera see it green? Let the driver know. Every car maker should do that, or could do that. Okay, we're getting in the correct lane to go straight, but I don't want to go over here. Okay, we're going to have to disengage. Welcome back. Time to go back home. So we're leaving the Apple Store at the Galleria in Dallas. Going back home to Salina, Texas. 25 miles, 25 minutes, something like that. again, we're operating on full self-drive. That's FSD 13.2.8. Come on in. As you can see, FSD is very courteous. It sees people nudging over and lets them in. We're on the standard profile right now. For the newbies, it's halfway between chill mode and hurry. Now, to be clear, I'm a newbie also. This is my first electric vehicle. I've only had it since a few days before Christmas. It took me a few days to realize what I was doing to get a strike. That's if you don't pay attention. When the blue bar of death comes up on the screen, you better do something quickly. Took me a few strikes to realize that. But since then, FSD takes me everywhere. I just don't hardly drive anymore. But this latest iteration, the .8, in my opinion, has had a little bit of a regression in terms of the parking stack versus the roadway. Getting into or out of a parking lot is all messed up. If GPS says we're going to turn left into our destination, FSD sometimes, not always, but more than once or twice, turns right into, a different parking lot, and then doesn't realize it's in the wrong place. So it's a little bit of a step backwards, but I realize before you can take 2 steps forward, sometimes you got to take 1 back. And that's okay. That's why this is supervised FSD. You can't go to sleep. You got to pay attention. So anytime I have to hit the brake or take over, Tesla calls that a disengagement. And when you do that, it saves a recording that Tesla engineers are able to see and see if something's wrong. You can also hit the microphone button and send them a little note. That's how the system learns. Of course, these Cybertrucks have only been out, I guess, about a year, a little over. Whereas the cars, the Tesla cars, have millions and millions of miles of data. So right now the cars can pull into and out of your garage park across the parking lot from your restaurant. You come out of the restaurant, it's raining. Don't walk out in the rain. Just hold down the summon button. And yes, the car will back out of its parking spot and come up to you at the front of the restaurant. Amazing. Can't do that yet with the truck, but I'm sure it's coming. So if there's any naysayers out there that don't know enough about Tesla or what FSD is capable of, go take a test drive. I heard Elon say the other day that one people that badmouth is people who haven't taken a test drive. It's absolutely amazing. Put it in hurry up here, so we immediately go to the go fast lane. Pretty blue Model Y there. On 77 and a 70 mile per hour limit right here, about with the rest of the traffic. I kind of wish you would scoot back over to the middle lane, especially when there's people behind us. It's like a Disney ride. It's protecting me from the other cars and people, and in parking lots it's very careful about pedestrians. It's just pretty cool. It's the most fun a man can have with his pants on. Forgive me, ladies. Still wanting to ride that left side of the lane. When I first saw a Cybertruck on the road, I thought, my gosh, that thing is huge. But yeah, I think it's the angular lines. I don't think it's that much wider than another pickup truck. I know it's not as long as, like, say, a Ford F-150, but I can park this in my garage. But the way it hugs the left-hand side of the road, it's like it's trying to allow room for the people in the center lane, and it's just not that big. It's not oversized. It's bigger than the Model 3. That's why it won't park itself in a garage or have the assist feature. summon. Actual smart summon. ASS for short. Sometimes I crack myself up. Ooh, we closed on that left-hand side again. I can see out of the front and out of the back mirrors we're close. I just hate to disengage. Talk about a curb rash. that'd be a bad curb rash if I lose a fender flare on this concrete. Yes, I know this truck is ugly, but it's so ugly. It's kind of cool. The engineering. It's just off the charts. I really don't think the general public has an idea of how incredible the full self-driving is. Other car manufacturers, oh, we can do that too. We've got driver assist, supervised driver assist. They've got cruise control. Cruise control with lane centering. That's it. Oh, that's on the... Almost had to disengage there. Tesla FSD will get you up on a highway, merge in traffic, take you off of a highway, turn by turn, stop sign by stop sign, stop light. Nobody else is close, not even close. And I really had no idea the political disharmony like there is currently, like with Elon and the left, or even left-leaning. So I'm wearing my Cyber hat, or my Tesla hat, and my Cybertruck shirt. Who doesn't want the president and Elon to drain the swamp? That's what Trump said he was going to do. That's what he campaigned for. That's what he's doing. The people have spoken. I started to hit the blinker to get out of this guy's way, but we're going 80 into 60. I'll do it anyway. Okay. I guess it won't slow down to change lanes. Go around me right here if it wants. I don't want slow cars. Come hacker if you want to go, go. It's an infinity. Just went through Frisco, Texas, home of the wonderful Dallas Cowboys. That's a story for another day. Another brand new Baylor Scott and White Hospital and doctor building. Got 2 grown kids, married, and 2 grandsons. And when I told them about my Christmas present, they were worried. Not because I spent the money. Just afraid it wasn't safe. Oh, Dad, don't use that autopilot. That's not safe. Well, I've shown one of them that it is. And he's a believer. I need to show my daughter. Hopefully the next day or two, go see her or see her new house. I thought I was going to run into rain. I was pretty sure I saw the rain falling on the way south. It looks like it's right here. Going through the greater Prosper, Texas area. This right lane right here is the reason I bought another vehicle. I've got an Acura RDX. It's for sale if anybody wants one. Leave me a comment. But anyway, it's a real sports car. It's fast, quick. But this lane drives it and me crazy with these bumps. So we're gonna disengage right here. You can get in this other lane. There, look at the difference there. I don't know how you program that in. Get over, dude. I told you I hate disengagements. Two right there. Idiot. Pretty cool horn, huh? New HEB grocery stores coming in. It's 4 or 5 months away, maybe less. For those outside of Texas, HEB is an incredible grocery store. Privately owned, started down near San Antonio. And they just came to Dallas a few years ago. I've been in Central Texas a long time. Story is that Henry Butts and the man that owned the Tom Thumb stores in the Dallas area had a handshake deal and agreed that HEB would not come into this market until that man passed. And so that apparently happened several years ago, because then they started coming to town. Need to get over one lane here. And HEB is putting the other stores out of business. They're that good. They're not the cheapest. Everybody in the store is so nice, so friendly, always has a smile. Clean, well stocked. Ask anybody anything, they're always so willing to help. That's worth a few cents on a can of corn. Folks, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. I enjoy doing this. If you have any questions, let me know. Got golf carts here. Sees it as a little car. I guess it's about the size of a smart car. That would be something scary to ride in. Well, here we are. You can't go into my garage yet, but for now, see ya.